Hey, what's up you guys, this is Rob from The Gay Guy Plays, and today on The Snapshot, our shrinking ball is causing a little confusion when we take a look at Nyx's Chaos Sphere. So you can pick up Chaos Sphere for 25,000 standing after you've reached rank 5 with either New Loka or the Arbiters of Hexus. So as many of you already know, Nyx's Chaos confuses surrounding enemies, causing them to unload on ally and enemy alike. The ability cannot be recast until its duration is up, or until all enemies affected by chaos have been slain. Now, the Syndicate modifier adds a little bit of a twist to the original skill, causing it to create what I like to refer to as the Big Circle of Gay, as it confuses all enemies that enter the fuck each other zone. The circle shares the same range as the initial cast of Chaos, but begins to shrink, completely dissipating at the halfway mark of Chaos's duration. So if its duration is 30 seconds, Chaos Sphere will completely close itself at the 15-second mark. To be completely honest, there's not much that I have to say on this one. Personally, I'm not a big fan of it at all. First off, it's not a sphere. I don't see any kind of bubble whatsoever. Next, this locks you into a set duration of at least 50% of Chaos's duration, meaning that if you're terrible like me and you overestimate the amount of enemies you're going to be facing or prematurely cast it on the wrong area and only hit like 4 enemies, you're going to be forced to wait half the duration before you can recast it, even if you've already killed off the affected parties. This augment suffers horribly during high mobility missions such as capture, survival, and, well, let's face it, about 80% of the mission types in game, as more often than not, you're gonna be leaving your circle behind. Now, don't get me wrong, there is some use to this. It works halfway decently during defense and mobile defense missions against the infested, or when paired with a radial disarm Loki. This will allow you to cover pods and terminals as the infested and any melee-based enemies will unsuspectingly charge in headfirst to your area of conversion. Which also happens to be my nickname for, actually, you know what, this isn't the gay factor. Let's save that for another time. However, this does have some issues when going up against ranged enemies, as most will take cover, making it hard for you to get them to shoot each other in the face. Now as for the build, this is my basic Nyx setup, swapping out natural talent for Chaos Sphere. This focuses mainly on extending the range and offsetting a little bit of the duration using primed continuity. During defense style missions, if you don't mind losing a little range, you can swap in narrow-minded to have an even longer duration in order to cover your objectives. Now, while this isn't the cream of the crop when it comes to augments, you may find a use for it with a very specific group setup, particularly the kind who don't mind a hands-on approach when it comes down to a clusterfuck. So thanks for watching another quickie. Stay tuned for more Syndicate snapshots here at A Gay Guy Plays.